Happy Saturday. Hello to Ernie and Auntie. We're doing good. Outside now. Out on the porch. A super cool place to sit and chill. Yes. I mean, I gotta show you, without showing the whole neighborhood or anything. Safety reasons, of course. But I gotta show you how it's just a cozy little porch that I'm sitting on. My sister Susie's got the neat little star up there. And then we got some cool lights, and those can change colors. So, got these little chairs here. Very cozy, comfy chairs. And these neat little baskets. So we really have it nice and private. We got the wind chime. It's nice and private up here and comfy. And we used to have a neat little outdoor heater, but really didn't need it anymore. So, and I don't remember what happened to it. But welcome to my Saturday night. Exciting Saturday night. For retired housewives, divorced cat ladies, Saturday night. Welcome. Oh, see, there's a car. Isn't that exciting? Oh, it's probably the neighbors, so we don't want to invade anyone's privacy. So there's usually a lot of deliveries in our neighborhood. People really enjoy the ordering from Amazon. That seems to be really popular nowadays. So a whole lot of people already took their Christmas lights down, and they still have their little lights up. I think they keep them up year round. I'm not sure. Just really wanted to have a candle. A little bit of fire there. I hope everybody's doing good. I do wonder what Ernie is doing in Alaska at this time. I bet he is taking care of his puppy dogs. And they are taking care of the chickens. And the coyotes, and I'm sure that they help Ernie with all that stuff, protecting the little chickens, and I wonder what Angie's doing over in Everett. She's very close by to me, and wonder what you guys are doing on a Saturday night. Watching movies. I was watching Downton Abbey earlier. And that is one of the shows that I really enjoy, is Downton Abbey. I don't know why. I love the costumes. The old, just feels like nostalgic, like a time that, of course, I'll never, none of us can go back in time. But in the movies you can, and in the shows you can. You can definitely use your imagination for going back in time or taking a trip, in a book and a movie. Books and movies. I was watching that earlier, and then I also finished watching the last little bit of Zorro with Antonio Banderas and Catherine Zeta-Jones and Anthony Hopkins. Oh, and Anthony Hopkins has such a pleasant voice. Thank you, Anthony Hopkins, for having that voice. And I started to turn on the show Seabiscuit. And, oh gosh, it is a really great show too. I don't know if anybody out there has seen the movie Seabiscuit, but it is good. And I forgot the names of the people in it. Tobey Maguire is one of the people. And other famous people, of course. So, apologize, just can't remember everybody. But last time I was watching Seabiscuit was with my mom and dad. And so it's a really special show, you know, just something that the whole family just loved. Seabiscuit. I'm pretty sure that we got to see that at the movies on Christmas Day when I was, I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure, I don't remember what year that's from, the 90s maybe? But anyways, everybody in my family loved the movie Seabiscuit. And so it's special. You know, I don't know if you can hear the fire engines or the sirens, but when I was out walking earlier, there were the firemen were very busy today. They I saw them all over town at like 4 different times. Yeah, it was 4 different times. So maybe the calls weren't as serious. So that, unless there's probably multiple fire engines though. Look at that beautiful little fire. Yes, I do love to see fire. We don't have a fire pit, but if we did have a fire pit, I would definitely want to have the fire going if I was outside. So even having a heater, with the red light, it really, my friend Richard has the outdoor heater and it's propane, so it has like a red glow and kind of a little sound almost, which is really nice. Yep, this is what it's all about. Enjoying the peace of a beautiful evening. I was exercising with my scarf earlier. Here's my scarf, and but it's hard to do that when I'm wanting to do whatever. Stand out here and just breathe. It's really lovely right now, and I've got 3 coats on, so I definitely stay nice, warm, and cozy in all the coats and my long scarf. We've had some raindrops, and it's really not too bad. The exciting life of a retired housewife who is divorced and a cat lady. You are watching it happen. Pretty exciting this evening. So I'm getting a little toasty out here, and I think I'm going to take off the bigger coats. Feels pretty good. The little candle is doing very well. Hi, Candle. goodness, I love this scarf. It's just the perfect size to fool around with at night. And since it's cold, it's really hard to do the other stuff that I practice with. I have to wait till it's a little bit warmer. Otherwise, it really hurts to have frozen fingers and hit your fingers. It's really bad. I'd rather be hot. But the scarf definitely is like so great to practice with. It's so soft. It's very soft. And my scarf is soft. I don't even know if you could even hear me when I was talking. But I was talking about my lovely scarf and how much fun it is. I think I'm going to go make a little bit of coffee. And since I drank all my hot water, I've had lots of water and not lots of coffee today. And it feels really good. Yes, so I'll be pretty quiet when I go back inside because they're watching a movie. But it's hard to leave and go inside when it's so nice out here. Well, it's chilly, so I'm going to put my big coats back on. Here they are on the chair. Thank you for being here. It's nice just to sit, drink some coffee with a friend, have a candle lit, you know. It's cool to walk through while my sister and her husband are watching the cool show. They like a lot of the cool romantic shows and with kung fu fighting, and that's pretty exciting. Put those together. It is a very lovely night. Yeah, the cool part at night is that you can kind of show the neighborhood without really showing the neighborhood because it doesn't really show up. So it's like, yeah, we have a neat little neighborhood, good little neighbors, and super nice people. It's just calm and peace out here. I don't think I'm in danger of, there haven't been any bear sightings here. And so, knock on wood, there are no bears coming into the cul-de-sac down here. But, I mean, really, I think this is a pretty safe neighborhood. I have seen raccoons, and I know they can get very upset sometimes. little raccoons. So you have to be careful with that. It's an exciting night when another car shows up. You know, I'm just kidding. It's a lot happening. Probably one of the neighbors or a delivery. You really got to enjoy what you get to enjoy. And boy, do I enjoy having coffee with the chocolate caramel creamer that is 0 sugar. Ooh. So that's some good stuff. I do enjoy when, the little kitties cuddle up with me. Zilla, even though she covers me in her kitty fur, she's just so loving of little kitty, little black kitty. Just enjoy being out here, sitting. We got a lot of big pine trees, but I don't think you can really see them. It's pretty dark. Yeah, I don't think so. The firemen are at it again. They've been busy all day. Not even kidding. It's probably a normal Saturday. Maybe I just didn't notice before, so I don't know. So if I didn't have my phone on, I would be listening to music or watching the rest of Seabiscuit on my phone. And, it's around 8 o'clock in the evening. It's a really good day. Today is my cousin Nikki's birthday, Nicole. And we are 2 months apart. Happy birthday, Nikki. If you're watching, I love you. Nikki's my first cousin, and just a really cool, such a cool lady, such a cool kid. Our family had 9 kids, and their family had 14. And so when we got to get together, and it wasn't that often, but when we did, it was really exciting. It was really exciting. We had some of the greatest Christmases ever at their house. Most of us played an instrument of some sort, and so we would put on a big production of Christmas. And it was really adorable. It was so much fun. So Nikki and I are the same age, so when we got together, we would usually play Charlie's Angels, and she was Farrah Fawcett, and I don't know who I was, but I didn't care. I just wanted to play. And my sister Susie would usually play with us too. And so I don't know which characters we picked, I didn't know it as well. But I knew that's what she liked. Because I was into the $6 Million Man show. I loved Happy Days also with Fonzie. And, Laverne and Shirley was really cute. So that's the era that I'm from. And of course we had Battlestar Galactica with the Cylons. That's a pretty great show. We got to watch that. Star Trek, of course. Sesame Street. I didn't really care for Mr. Rogers. I thought it was a good show, but it just seemed boring compared to Sesame Street to me. And if I had to be that bored, then I wanted to go outside. But I think it's very creative and wonderful, of a show. But when I was a kid, I was like, nah. Except when they had the train. The train was cool. But definitely, the Muppets were a really great show. And we were very churchy in our family. So it was kind of like, if it didn't have to do with church, then, we had to, there were a lot of breaks put on. But when, so our dad was like salesman most of his life and speaker and, always working. And a lot of times we would get to go with him on a business trip once in a while. And so, of course, I loved Clint Eastwood movies, and I would get to go with my dad to movies, and I wasn't allowed to tell Mom. Because at the time, they weren't good movies for a child, I was 9. Let's see. So I got to go with him to see Smokey and the Bandit, and he had already seen it, but he wanted me to see it. Ooh, Smokey and the Bandit, great show. And, of course, nobody thinks that would have been a show that church people would say, no, but, Mom would not have approved. And that's okay. I think she ended up watching it and thinking it was really cute. And shows today are so different from shows of yesteryear. What they consider rated R today, or a long time ago, was it would probably be G rated. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe not that rated, but I think the times have changed quite a bit in what, as far as scary movies, or if you watch a Rob Zombie movie, that's a scary movie. House of a Thousand Corpses, oh my gosh, that's a scary show. And I'm not saying Psycho isn't scary. That was a good thriller, very good. Alfred Hitchcock is awesome. And The Birds, that's one heck of a scary show. But would it be rated R today? I don't know. Maybe if they made a new one, but the one from a long time ago, would it be rated R now? That's what I'm wondering. Not that it doesn't need to be. When I was a kid, there was a show, a monster show, and I think it was only called Ants. They were about giant ants. And I don't know how they must have been watching it on, I don't know who was watching it, but I had nightmares about ants, giant ants, for a while when I was little. Yeah, I was just thinking of Dolly Parton in 9 to 5. Oh, and Tootsie. Those are some great movies. Tootsie and 9 to 5. So Dolly Parton, one of her things that she said was that she was going to change Charles Grodin from a rooster to a hen with one shot. That was one of my favorite lines. I'll change you from a rooster to a hen with one shot. If you don't get out of my way, or I can't remember the whole part, but that's a good one. And Tootsie, oh man, does anybody remember Tootsie? With Dustin Hoffman. Now that's a good movie. Oh man, he dresses up like a woman, and just is very bossy. But there are a lot of women who are just like that. So I thought he played a woman very well, and it was funny. And Jessica Lange's in it, and she's just beautiful and wonderful in everything she does. So even when she was in American Horror Story, oh my gosh, she's elegant, beautiful, classy. And, she plays, she does a bunch of different characters in American Horror Story, which is a series on HBO or something. It's a good one. I haven't watched it in many years, but it was really good. And I don't have any bad things to say about Jessica Lange. I don't think anyone does. What a classy role model and neat lady. So, my coffee's making me pretty warm and cozy in my 3 jackets. Warm tummy. Just want to show the candle. Look at that really great candle. Yeah, one thing that is super great about this porch and our view out, out in there, is that I get to see a whole bunch of airplanes passing by. And sometimes they're really low, and it's pretty exciting to get to have a few airplanes. And they change their patterns. I don't keep track. I just know that sometimes they're, going one way or going the other. And it's not my job to keep track of who's doing what. So in our family, we did watch a lot of movies. We didn't watch a lot of TV, but we watched a bunch of movies. And one of the great movies that we watched, of course, was Tommy Boy with Chris Farley and David Spade. Those are really great. And Austin Powers. I'm talking about with my kids. And so I wasn't as churchy as my mom and my dad. Well, my dad wasn't as churchy as my mom. I don't think anyone is as churchy as my mom. I love you, Mom. Churchy. My sister Teresa always used to say that she would go on a date with a boy, and she would say that he was just too churchy for her. And sometimes it can feel like someone is just a little too churchy, It doesn't mean we don't love them. I just love to see the candle. Why is fire so peaceful? Not a huge raging fire, of course. That might not be as peaceful, but just a little tea light. Look at that. It's pretty. Well, I'm really glad everybody was here. Thank you again. Sometimes it's not going to be that exciting around here. But look at this candle. I mean, fire is one of the things that we have to survive. Heat. Gotta have it. We won't survive without it. I mean, if it's winter. So in the summer, of course. But even, I don't know, some people can survive in a warmer place without fire, I suppose. Well, once again, thanks for being here. I hope everybody has a really great evening. Oh, I was watching Almost Heroes, also with Chris Farley. And who's the other guy? Matthew Perry is in that, and it is funny. If you haven't seen that movie, Almost Heroes, I think it's 1989, maybe it came out, with Chris Farley, and it is a silly show. It's very silly, and I don't want to give it away, but it's a good one. So if you like Chris Farley movies, if you like movies, there was a time that, sometimes we don't like anything. We have to totally reinvent ourselves in every way, because everything is out the window. You got to start all fresh. And that's okay. Part of life is death. Death of what? Death of the old way of doing whatever it is you're doing that you don't like anymore, or you don't want anymore. Life and death. Life and death. It's a heavy topic. And I just start talking about it when I'm ready to go. So maybe we'll talk about it sometime. Sure we will. It's part of life. Death of one way, rebirth of a new way, or birth of a new. And that is exciting, because when something really needs to just die, whether it's a bad attitude or habits, those need to die. Ooh, too many potato chips, that's gotta die. You can't just live on potato chips. I can't live on potato chips, even though it would be really great if they were good for me, but they're not. So, want to have great energy, want to have better focus, got to eat healthy. If I don't eat healthy, I don't feel good. So, so that's important to me. I want to feel good. I want to feel the best I can feel. And that has a lot to do with what I eat. And if I exercise. And so, so those are the things that I really, really focus on: eating healthy and exercise. And building my YouTube channel. So please like, share, and subscribe. And have a great night. Thanks for joining an old retired housewife, divorced single cat lady for an evening on the porch. Take care. Bye, Ernie. Bye, Angie. Thanks for being here.